What if I told you the secret to not just surviving, but actually enjoying your meals during a crisis comes down to one overlooked thing: spices. That's right, salt, pepper, paprika, and a few unexpected others could be game changers in an emergency. In today's video, we're breaking down the 25 must-have survival spices every prepper should stockpile now, not just for flavor, but for health, preservation, and even natural remedies. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's make sure your pantry is ready for anything. Have you noticed spice shortages? Drop a comment below. 1. The life-saving power of salt. Salt isn't just a seasoning, it's a survival essential. This humble mineral has been a cornerstone of human existence for centuries, and in a crisis it becomes even more valuable. Sure, it makes food taste better, but its true power lies in its versatility. Salt is a natural preservative, capable of extending the shelf life of meats, fish, and even vegetables through curing and pickling. Long before refrigeration, salt was the go-to method for keeping food edible for weeks or months. But it's not just about food preservation. Your body needs salt to function properly. It helps regulate fluids, supports muscle contractions, and keeps your nerves firing. Without enough salt, you could experience dizziness, fatigue, or even more severe health issues. In a survival situation where physical exertion and limited resources are common, maintaining your electrolyte balance is critical, and salt is the key. Salt also enhances the flavor of even the blandest emergency rations. A pinch can transform canned beans, rice, or soup into something far more palatable. And here's the best part: salt doesn't expire. As long as you store it in a cool, dry place, it will last indefinitely, making it a perfect addition to your emergency stockpile. Whether you choose iodized salt, sea salt, or kosher salt, make sure you have plenty on hand. It's not just a spice, it's a survival tool. 2. Black pepper, the flavor enhancer. If salt is the king of survival spices, black pepper is undoubtedly its right-hand man. This tiny spice packs a punch, bringing both flavor and functionality to your emergency meals. A sprinkle of black pepper can elevate a simple bowl of rice or canned vegetables, making them taste far better than they have any right to. In a survival scenario where morale can dip quickly, having food that tastes good is more important than you might think. But black pepper isn't just about flavor. It's also a nutritional powerhouse. The active compound in black pepper, piperine, enhances your body's ability to absorb nutrients from other foods. This means that when you pair it with nutrient-rich items like beans or turmeric, you're maximizing the benefits of every bite. In a situation where every calorie and nutrient counts, this is a game changer. Black pepper also has mild antimicrobial properties, which can help slow down spoilage when used in combination with salt for curing or seasoning. And like salt, it has a long shelf life. Whole peppercorns in particular can last for years if stored in a cool, dry place. Grind them as needed for maximum freshness, or opt for pre-ground pepper if convenience is your priority. Either way, black pepper is a must-have for your survival spice kit. 3. Garlic powder, the flavor bomb. Garlic powder might not look like much, but don't underestimate its power. This pantry staple is a flavor bomb that can transform even the most basic survival meals into something you'll actually enjoy eating. Unlike fresh garlic, which has a short shelf life and can sprout or spoil quickly, garlic powder is shelf stable and can last for years when stored properly. In an emergency where fresh ingredients are hard to come by, garlic powder is a lifesaver. It's incredibly versatile, working well in soups, stews, rice dishes, and even canned vegetables. A pinch of garlic powder can turn a bland pot of beans into a meal that feels almost gourmet. It's also lightweight and easy to store, making it a practical choice for preppers. But garlic powder isn't just about taste, it also offers health benefits. Garlic is known for its antimicrobial and immune-boosting properties, which can be especially valuable in a survival situation where staying healthy is critical. While fresh garlic has more potent health benefits, garlic powder still retains some of these properties, making it a worthwhile addition to your emergency stash. 4. Onion powder, the unsung hero. Onion powder is one of those spices that doesn't get nearly enough credit. It's a quiet hero in the world of survival cooking, adding depth and richness to meals that might otherwise be bland and uninspiring. Fresh onions are great, but they don't last long. They rot, sprout, or get used up quickly. Onion powder, on the other hand, is shelf-stable and can last for years when stored in a cool, dry place. This spice is incredibly versatile. It works well in soups, stews, meat rubs, and even scrambled eggs if you have powdered eggs in your stash. A little goes a long way, so a small bottle can stretch through dozens of meals. And let's not forget the health benefits. Onion powder contains antioxidants and has anti-inflammatory properties, which can support heart health and digestion. In a survival scenario where fresh produce is scarce, every bit of nutrition helps. Onion powder is lightweight, easy to store, and doesn't require any prep work. Just shake, stir, and enjoy. It's one of those quiet essentials that can make a big difference in your emergency meals. 5. Paprika, the colorful game changer. Paprika might not be the first spice that comes to mind when you think of survival, but it's a game changer in more ways than one. This vibrant red spice adds both flavor and color to your meals, which can be a huge morale booster when you're stuck eating out of cans. There are different types of paprika to choose from, sweet, smoked, and hot, so you can pick the one that best suits your taste. Sweet paprika adds a mild, earthy flavor, while smoked paprika brings a rich, campfire-like depth to dishes. If you like a bit of heat, hot paprika is the way to go. In survival cooking, where ingredients are limited, paprika can make a simple stew or pot of beans taste like it came from a gourmet kitchen. It pairs especially well with tomato-based dishes, meats, and even scrambled eggs. But paprika isn't just about flavor. It also has health benefits. It contains antioxidants, which can help combat the oxidative stress that often comes with a survival lifestyle. While it doesn't last forever, paprika can stay good for up to 3 years if stored in a cool, dark place. Just make sure to keep it away from heat, as that can shorten its shelf life. If you're building your survival spice stash, don't overlook paprika. It's a versatile, flavorful, and colorful addition that can make your emergency meals feel a little more normal. 6. Cayenne pepper and chili powder, the heat you need. When survival meals start feeling repetitive and bland, cayenne pepper or chili powder can be your secret weapon. These fiery spices don't just add heat, they bring life to your food and even offer some surprising survival benefits. A small pinch of cayenne can transform a dull bowl of rice, beans, or soup into something that wakes up your taste buds and lifts your spirits. In tough times, a little spice can go a long way in boosting morale. The magic of cayenne lies in its active compound capsaicin. This isn't just what gives it heat, it's also known to improve circulation, aid digestion, and even provide mild pain relief. Some preppers even keep cayenne on hand for emergency first aid, as it can help stop minor bleeding when applied to wounds. Chili powder, on the other hand, is often a blend of cayenne, garlic, cumin, and other spices, making it a versatile option for adding layers of flavor to dishes like chili, tacos, or tomato-based stews. Both cayenne and chili powder store well when kept dry and sealed. Whole-dried chilies can be ground as needed, but pre-ground versions are more convenient for long-term storage. And let's not forget the warmth factor. Spicy food can literally warm you up on a cold night, making it a practical choice for survival situations. If you're building your emergency spice stash, don't overlook the power of heat. Cayenne or chili powder could be the spark that keeps your meals exciting and your spirits high. At 7. Cumin, the earthy essential. Cumin might look like an unassuming little seed, but it's a powerhouse when it comes to flavor and functionality. This warm, earthy spice is a staple in cuisines around the world, and for good reason. It can completely transform a dish with just a pinch. Whether you're making chili, tacos, soups, or rice dishes, cumin adds a depth of flavor that's hard to replicate with any other spice. In a survival scenario where meals can quickly become monotonous, cumin is a game changer. It pairs beautifully with other spices like garlic, chili powder, and paprika, making it a great base for homemade spice blends or seasoning mixes. But cumin isn't just about taste. It also has some impressive health benefits. It's known to aid digestion, which is especially useful when you're relying on a diet heavy in beans, grains, and canned foods. By reducing bloating and improving nutrient absorption, cumin can help you feel more energized and less weighed down. Cumin seeds store exceptionally well when kept in a cool, dry place, and you can grind them as needed for maximum freshness. Pre-ground cumin is also an option, though it may lose its potency faster. Either way, this spice is a must-have for your emergency pantry. It's versatile, flavorful, and packed with benefits that go beyond the plate. 8. Oregano, the herb that does it all. Oregano might make you think of pizza night, but this herb is far more than just a topping for your favorite slice. In a survival situation, oregano is a versatile and powerful addition to your spice stash. Its bold, earthy flavor can elevate even the blandest canned tomatoes or beans, turning them into something rich and satisfying. One of oregano's greatest strengths is its staying power. Unlike fresh herbs, which wilt and spoil quickly, dried oregano can last for years when stored properly. Keep it in a cool, dark place, sealed tightly, and it'll be ready whenever you need it. A little pinch goes a long way, making it a cost-effective choice for stretching out meals. But oregano isn't just about taste, it also has some impressive health benefits. It's packed with antioxidants and has natural antibacterial properties, which can be a lifesaver in a survival setting where hygiene and nutrition are critical. Use it in stews, sauces, rice dishes, or even sprinkle it over canned vegetables to make them taste less, well, canned. Oregano also pairs beautifully with other spices like garlic powder, basil, and black pepper, creating that classic savory flavor that makes food feel homemade. Whether you're cooking on a camp stove or over an open fire, oregano is a herb that delivers on all fronts. Don't skip it when building your emergency spice stash. It's a small addition that makes a big difference. 9. Thyme, the subtle powerhouse. Thyme might not grab your attention like some of the flashier spices, but don't underestimate its value. This humble herb is a quiet powerhouse in the survival pantry, offering a soft, earthy flavor with just a hint of mint. It's incredibly versatile, working well in soups, stews, roasted meats, even potatoes if you've got some dehydrated spuds in your stash. One of thyme's greatest strengths is its ability to blend seamlessly with other spices. It pairs beautifully with garlic, rosemary, black pepper, and even paprika, creating rich, comforting flavors that can make even the simplest meals feel special. In a survival situation where food variety is limited, this kind of flavor boost can be a real morale booster. Thyme also has a long history of medicinal use. Ancient civilizations used it for everything from embalming to incense, and modern preppers value it for its natural antiseptic and antioxidant properties. Dried thyme stores well for years if kept dry and sealed, and crushing it between your fingers before adding it to dishes releases even more flavor. You can use thyme in meat rubs, sauces, or even as a tea. Yes, thyme tea is a thing, and in tough times, a warm cup of thyme-infused broth can do wonders for both your body and spirit. You're building your emergency spice stash, make sure thyme has a spot on your shelf. It's subtle, but it's one of those spices that quietly makes everything better. 10. Basil, the taste of summer. When you think of basil, you probably picture fresh pesto or a caprese salad. But dried basil? That's a whole different kind of hero, especially when it comes to emergency food prep. Unlike fresh basil, which wilts and spoils quickly, dried basil retains its flavor for years when stored properly. Just keep it sealed, cool, and out of direct sunlight, and you'll always have a taste of summer on hand. Dried basil brings a sweet, slightly peppery flavor that can brighten up canned tomatoes, pasta, rice dishes, and even powdered eggs. In survival cooking, where meals can start to feel repetitive, basil is like a breath of fresh air. It pairs especially well with oregano, garlic, and olive oil, creating that classic Italian-inspired flavor that makes food feel warm and comforting, even if you're cooking over a camp stove. But basil isn't just about taste, it also has some health benefits. It's known for its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, which can be a bonus in a survival situation. Plus, it's lightweight and easy to store, making it a practical choice for preppers. If you're building your emergency spice stash, don't overlook basil. It may be dried, but it still brings the freshness. And in tough times, that little bit of brightness can make all the difference. 11. Rosemary, the bold and resilient herb. Rosemary is not a spice for the faint-hearted. Its bold, pine-like aroma and flavor can transform even the most basic survival meal into something memorable. But be warned, a little goes a long way. Use too much and your dish might taste like you've been foraging in the woods. Get it just right though, and rosemary becomes a game changer. It pairs beautifully with roasted potatoes, dehydrated ones work too, meats, soups, and stews, adding a rich, fragrant depth that's hard to beat. In a survival situation, fresh herbs are a luxury you likely won't have. That's where dried rosemary shines. Properly stored in a cool, dry place, it can last for years, retaining its robust flavor and aroma. But rosemary isn't just about taste. It's also packed with antioxidants. These compounds not only help preserve the herb itself, but may also support your health by combating free radicals, especially when fresh produce is scarce. Rosemary's versatility makes it a must-have in your emergency spice stash. Whether you're seasoning a pot of beans or adding a touch of sophistication to a simple stew, this herb delivers. And let's not forget its ability to elevate morale. In tough times, the comforting aroma of rosemary can make a meal feel a little more like home. 12. Sage pizza, the earthy essential. Sage is one of those spices that quietly earns its place in your pantry. With its deep, earthy flavor and subtle hints of mint and lemon, sage can transform even the simplest survival meals into something warm and comforting. It's a natural fit for hearty dishes like stuffing, if you've got grains or bread stored, roasted meats, bean stews, and potatoes, whether fresh, canned, or dehydrated. Unlike fresh herbs that spoil quickly, dried sage is a long-lasting option. When stored properly in a sealed container away from heat and light, it can retain its flavor for years. But sage isn't just about taste. It has some fascinating survival perks. Historically, it was used for its natural antimicrobial properties, which made it a valuable tool for preserving fats and meats before refrigeration. In a survival setting, this could be a handy trick to stretch your food supplies. Sage also pairs beautifully with other spices like rosemary, thyme, and garlic, creating layers of flavor that make your meals feel intentional rather than just edible. Whether you're cooking over a fire or using a portable stove, a pinch of sage can elevate your dish. If you're building your emergency spice collection, don't overlook this understated herb. It's a quiet powerhouse that brings both flavor and function to your survival meals. 13. Cinnamon, the sweet and savory surprise. Cinnamon might seem like a spice reserved for desserts, but it's far more versatile than you think. This warm, aromatic spice can enhance both sweet and savory dishes, making it a smart addition to your emergency stash. In survival situations where meals can quickly become monotonous, cinnamon offers a welcome change of pace. It adds depth and a touch of sweetness to dishes, turning bland rations into something you'll actually enjoy eating. But cinnamon isn't just about flavor, it also comes with some impressive health benefits. It's known to help regulate blood sugar levels, which can be especially useful if you're relying on stored carbs or sugary emergency rations. Additionally, cinnamon has antimicrobial properties and was historically used as a natural preservative. A dash in stews or meats could help slow spoilage, giving you a little extra time to stretch your food supplies. Cinnamon also has a way of lifting spirits. In tough times, a warm drink made with powdered milk, hot water, and a pinch of cinnamon can feel like a comforting hug in a cup. It's not your morning latte, but it's a close second. Ground cinnamon stores well for years if kept dry and sealed, making it a practical and morale-boosting addition to your spice kit. Don't underestimate this sweet and savory survivor. It's a small luxury that can make a big difference. 14. Nutmeg, the underrated flavor booster. Nutmeg might not be the first spice you think of when building a survival stash, but it's a hidden gem that punches well above its weight. With its warm, nutty flavor and subtle sweetness, nutmeg can completely transform both sweet and savory dishes. A tiny pinch is all you need to elevate creamy sauces, rice dishes, soups, and even baked goods if you've got the ingredients. In survival cooking where variety is limited, nutmeg's unique flavor can make a world of difference. It pairs beautifully with other spices like cinnamon, cloves, and black pepper, making it a versatile addition to homemade spice blends. But nutmeg isn't just about taste. It also has a history of being used for its medicinal properties. In small amounts, it's believed to aid digestion and even promote better sleep. While it's no substitute for medicine, every little bit of comfort counts when you're off the grid. Nutmeg stores well when kept in a cool, dry place, and whole nutmeg can last even longer than the pre-ground variety. If you have a grater, you can grind it fresh as needed for maximum flavor. This little spice may not look like much, but it's a powerful tool for adding warmth, depth, and a touch of luxury to your survival meals. 15. Cloves, the tiny but mighty spice. Cloves may be small, but they pack one of the strongest flavor punches in the spice world. With their rich, warm, and slightly sweet taste, cloves can elevate both sweet and savory dishes. In survival cooking, where variety is often limited, cloves bring a unique and bold flavor that can make even the simplest meals feel special. A single clove can flavor an entire pot of stew or rice, so use them sparingly. They're particularly good in tomato-based dishes, curries, and even baked goods if you're feeling creative. But cloves aren't just about flavor. They also have some fascinating survival benefits. Historically, they were used as a natural painkiller in dentistry. Crushing a clove and mixing it with a bit of oil can provide temporary relief for a toothache, which could be a lifesaver in an emergency. Cloves also have antimicrobial properties and were once used to help preserve foods. A few whole cloves tucked into a bag of grain or dried fruit can help keep pests away, making them a smart choice for long-term storage. When stored properly in a sealed container away from heat and light, cloves can last for years. If you're building your emergency spice stash, don't overlook these tiny but mighty flavor bombs. They're a small addition that can make a big impact. 16. Ginger, the zesty warrior of survival. Ginger isn't just for holiday cookies or stir-fries. It's a survival spice with serious staying power. Its sharp, zesty kick can breathe life into even the blandest meals, making it a must-have for your emergency pantry. Whether you're adding it to rice, beans, soups, or rehydrated vegetables, a pinch of dried ginger can transform your dish into something that feels fresh and flavorful. But ginger isn't just about taste, it's a wellness powerhouse. For centuries, it's been used to aid digestion, reduce nausea, and combat inflammation. If you're dealing with an upset stomach from stress or stored foods, a warm cup of ginger tea can be a lifesaver. In survival situations where medical supplies might be limited, ginger's natural properties make it more than just a spice. It's a tool for maintaining your health. Dried ground ginger stores well for years when kept sealed and dry, but whole dried ginger root lasts even longer. If you have a small grater or microplane, you can grate it fresh as needed for maximum flavor and potency. And if you're into DIY remedies, ginger can be mixed with honey if you've got some stored, or lemon powder to create a soothing drink for colds or sore throats. Ginger isn't just a spice, it's a fighter, ready to help you tackle tough times with both flavor and function. 17. Mustard seeds, the tiny titans of flavor. Don't let their size fool you. Mustard seeds are small but mighty. These tiny seeds pack a sharp, tangy punch that can elevate even the simplest survival meals. When soaked, ground, or cooked, mustard seeds release a bold flavor that's perfect for adding depth to rice, beans, or stews. A little goes a long way, making them an efficient and versatile addition to your emergency spice stash. Mustard seeds are also incredibly functional. They're a key ingredient in pickling and fermenting, which can be invaluable if you're trying to preserve vegetables or stretch your food supplies. They're also great for making homemade mustards, spice blends, or meat rubs. And here's a survival bonus. Mustard seeds have natural antibacterial properties. Historically, they were used to help preserve foods before refrigeration, a trick that could come in handy in a post-grid world. Whole mustard seeds store exceptionally well when kept sealed and dry, lasting for years without losing their potency. You can grind them as needed for maximum freshness, or use them whole in stews, sauces, or brines. They pair beautifully with other spices like garlic, turmeric, and cumin, making them a versatile choice for any spice blend. Mustard seeds may be small, but they're a big deal when it comes to flavor and function. 18. Coriander, the bright and citrusy workhorse. Coriander might not be the flashiest spice in your pantry, but it's a quiet hero that deserves a spot in your survival stash. With its light citrusy and slightly floral flavor, coriander adds a refreshing brightness to heavy meals. In survival cooking, where dishes can quickly become monotonous, coriander brings a much-needed burst of freshness without requiring refrigeration or fresh produce. This spice is especially useful in blends like curry powder or chili seasoning. Mix it with cumin, garlic, and turmeric, and you've got a powerful base for beans, rice, or canned vegetables. But coriander isn't just about flavor. It also offers digestive benefits. If you're eating a lot of stored grains or legumes, coriander can help make your meals feel lighter and easier to digest, which is a big win in a survival scenario. Whole coriander seeds are the best option for long-term storage, as they retain their flavor for years when kept sealed and dry. You can crush or grind them as needed for maximum freshness. Ground coriander works too, but it loses its potency faster, so whole seeds are the smarter choice for preppers. Coriander may not steal the spotlight, but it's a hard-working spice that earns its place in any emergency pantry. 1919 Turmeric, the golden healer. Turmeric isn't just a spice, it's a survival essential. This vibrant yellow powder brings a warm, earthy flavor and a deep golden color to your meals, making it a standout addition to your emergency stash. A little turmeric goes a long way, especially when added to rice, soups, or canned beans. In survival cooking, where variety is limited, turmeric adds a unique richness that can make even the simplest dishes feel special. What truly sets turmeric apart, though, is its health benefits. It contains curcumin, a compound known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. In a crisis where medical supplies might be scarce, turmeric can help support your body and reduce inflammation, which is crucial when you're under physical or emotional stress. Here's a pro tip. Turmeric works best when paired with black pepper. The piperine in black pepper enhances your body's ability to absorb curcumin, making the combination a nutritional powerhouse. For long-term storage, ground turmeric is the most practical option. But if you have access to whole turmeric root, it can be dried and ground as needed. Turmeric isn't just a spice, it's a golden ticket to better health and better meals in tough times. 20. Cardamom, the sweet and exotic game changer. Cardamom might not be a staple in your everyday cooking, but it's a spice worth adding to your survival stash. With its sweet floral aroma and hints of citrus and mint, Cardamom brings a unique flavor profile that's both warm and refreshing. In survival situations where meals can start to feel repetitive, cardamom offers a welcome change of pace. This versatile spice works in both sweet and savory dishes. It's a key ingredient in chai, baked goods, rice dishes, and even meat rubs. A little cardamom goes a long way, so a small stash can last through many meals. And here's a survival bonus. Cardamom has been used for centuries to aid digestion and freshen breath. In tough times, when dental hygiene might take a backseat, chewing a few whole pods can provide a quick breath boost. For long-term storage, whole cardamom pods are the way to go. They retain their flavor much longer than pre-ground cardamom, which loses its potency quickly. Store the pods in a sealed container in a cool, dry place and crush or grind them as needed for maximum flavor. Cardamom may be a bit pricier than other spices, but its unique flavor, health benefits, and versatility make it a worthy investment for your emergency pantry. 21 Mill Green, the bittersweet survival hero. Fenugreek might not be the first spice that comes to mind, but it's a hidden gem in the world of survival cooking. This ancient spice has a unique flavor profile, bitter when raw, but transforming into a rich, sweet, almost caramel-like taste when toasted. It's a versatile addition to curries, breads, and spice blends, making it a must-have for your emergency pantry. But fenugreek isn't just about flavor. It's been celebrated for centuries for its health benefits. Studies suggest it may help regulate blood sugar levels and improve digestion, which is especially useful when you're relying on stored foods that can be heavy on the stomach. For nursing mothers, fenugreek has even been known to support milk production, making it a valuable spice for families preparing for emergencies. Fenugreek seeds are incredibly shelf-stable, lasting for years when stored in a cool, dry place. Whole seeds are the best option for long-term storage, as they retain their potency longer than ground fenugreek. You can toast or grind them as needed to unlock their full flavor. Whether you're making flatbreads, stews, or even teas, a small amount of fenugreek can elevate your meals and add a touch of sweetness to your survival routine. Don't overlook this underrated spice. It's a quiet powerhouse that brings both flavor and function to the table. 22. Allspice, the one-stop flavor shop. Allspice is like the Swiss Army knife of spices. Despite its name, it's not a blend. It's a single spice that tastes like a mix of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. This makes it a fantastic flavor shortcut in survival cooking, where space and resources are often limited. With its warm, sweet, and slightly peppery taste, allspice works equally well in sweet and savory dishes. A little goes a long way. Add it to rice, beans, stews, or even emergency desserts, and you'll instantly elevate the flavor. Allspice is also a space saver in your spice stash. Instead of carrying multiple bottles, you can rely on allspice to mimic the flavors of several spices in one. But allspice isn't just about taste, it has practical benefits too. It contains natural antibacterial properties and was historically used as a food preservative. In a survival scenario, every little bit of help counts when it comes to keeping your meals safe to eat. Allspice berries are the best option for long-term storage, as they retain their flavor for years when kept sealed and dry. Grind them as needed for the freshest taste. Whether you're making jerk seasoning, soups, or spice drinks, allspice is a versatile and valuable addition to your emergency spice kit. 23. Bay leaves, the subtle flavor enhancer. Bay leaves might not seem like much at first glance, but these unassuming dried leaves are a game changer in survival cooking. They don't get eaten, but when simmered in soups, stews, or sauces, they add a subtle depth and herbal richness that's hard to replicate. In a survival situation where meals can quickly become monotonous, bay leaves are an easy way to upgrade your food without much effort. One of the best things about bay leaves is their shelf life. Unlike fresh herbs that wilt and spoil, dried bay leaves can last for years when stored properly. Keep them sealed and dry, and you'll always have a stash ready to go. They're lightweight and compact, making them perfect for emergency kits or off-grid living. Bay leaves also pair beautifully with other spices like garlic, thyme, and black pepper, creating layers of flavor that make even the simplest ingredients feel intentional. And while they're not a cure-all, bay leaves do contain antioxidants and have been used historically to support digestion. If you're building your emergency spice stash, don't forget bay leaves. They may be quiet, but they're incredibly effective at making survival food taste like a home-cooked meal. 24. Star anise, the aromatic star of survival. Star anise is as visually striking as it is flavorful. Shaped like a tiny star, this spice brings a bold, sweet, and licorice-like flavor to your meals. A single pod is often enough to flavor an entire pot of soup, stew, or tea, making it a powerful addition to your emergency spice stash. In survival cooking, star anise shines in slow-cooked dishes, rice recipes, and even hot drinks. It's a key ingredient in many Asian cuisines and pairs beautifully with cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. Together, these spices can create complex, aromatic flavors that make even the simplest meals feel special. But star anise isn't just about taste. It also has some impressive health benefits. It contains antiviral properties and is even used in the production of certain flu medications. While it's not a substitute for medicine, every bit of support helps when medical access is limited. Whole star anise pods are ideal for long-term storage as they retain their potency much longer than ground versions. Store them in a sealed container in a cool, dry place and crush them lightly before use to release their full flavor. Whether you're making spice blends, teas, or hearty stews, star anise is a unique and valuable addition to your survival pantry. 25. Curry powder. The ultimate flavor multitasker curry powder isn't just a spice, it's a blend of several powerful spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, fenugreek, and chili. This makes it one of the most convenient and versatile flavor boosters you can have in your emergency stash. Instead of carrying multiple bottles, curry powder gives you a full spectrum of flavors in one compact package. In survival cooking, curry powder is a game changer. It adds warmth, depth, and complexity to rice, beans, canned vegetables, and even meats. A single spoonful can transform a bland meal into something vibrant and satisfying. And because it often contains turmeric and other anti-inflammatory spices, it may offer some health benefits as well. Curry powder stores exceptionally well when kept sealed and dry. It doesn't spoil quickly, and because you use it in small amounts, a single bottle can last through dozens of meals. There are many types of curry powder to choose from: mild, hot, sweet, or spicy, so you can pick the one that best suits your taste. Whether you're cooking Indian, Thai, or Japanese-inspired dishes, curry powder is a versatile and essential addition to your survival spice kit. It's not just a spice. It's a shortcut to bold, complex flavors that make survival meals feel like a treat.